I looked into that. I mentioned it in the first half, but
I was going to look on my phone.
those
and then I got
are
distracted.
expensive as fuck to get the digital ones.
Oh,
We don't
get
need a digital one.
What's wrong with you? You really were going to buy like a digital one?
I was until I found out how much they cost, and then I was like, yeah. Chuck's going to fix our, we're about 7 minutes, 30 seconds overdue. All right, second half of the Dudes Like Us podcast. Today is what, the January 20th?
It is.
It is Donald Trump 1 year anniversary.
It is?
Woo!
He's 25% done.
Yeah, 25% done. And he's got a hell of a lot more to go.
And how do you guys feel he is doing?
A+.
Yeah.
Seriously? A+?
Yeah.
What about you, Jeff?
I don't know about A+, but he's probably an A, B+ to an A.
B+ to an A. What do you?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, I don't want to say A+ because it's extraordinaire, but I would say he's an A for sure because, you know, he's beaten that drum of everything that he worked for, all the shit that was on his platform. Everything that he said he was going to do, he's going to do.
Yep. That everybody forgets.
I know.
You know?
I mean, the God dang it, the Gulf of America.
America, baby.
I mean,
I'm going to go B+, A- simply
We're
because
not even talking about Maduro anymore, you know? We're
I know, that
moved
disappeared.
on.
the Hamas hostages, you know, I mean, it's endless. He's going after he's freeing up Iran, you know, right now.
Dude, he will strike them. I'm pretty sure.
You know, all right.
Well, he had it called to, the plan was on, and he called it off and said, somebody opened up a back channel and says, don't do this yet.
And you know what? I think that's all
Israel
smoke and mirrors. And I think Israel clearly crossed Trump's red line, and there's no way he doesn't act. And I think it's smoke and mirrors to delay for the strike that he wants to do.
Yeah.
So he will strike them. I'm fairly confident.
Well, we'll see what happens, man. There's a lot on his plate. There's a lot he's doing. He's in Switzerland right now, I think, and then he's going to go to Greenland or Denmark after that to chat about, hey, how you doing about Greenland? It's January 20th, second half of the Dudes Like Us podcast. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Chuck, our producer, is at the helm, taking care of business. I saw the whiskey we're drinking today. Man, it's going to be so good.
And we have videos now. So if you haven't gone to YouTube and checked out our videos, and if you haven't seen the videos on Instagram, check them out.
Yeah.
Check them out.
What other places does the video
dudes,
populate?
Man. What?
What other places does that video populate other than YouTube?
Nowhere.
I don't believe it does. I
Just
don't
YouTube,
know.
I think.
Yeah, it's kind of. Where else?
We need to do the TikTok
TikTok.
thing. As much as I am anti-TikTok right now, actually it changes hands.
Yeah, it's an American company now.
Not yet. I think the 21st or the 26th.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's either
26th.
tomorrow or next week that it changes hands.
There we go.
I'll jump on that unless you guys want to take it, you know, because it's just, I'm always on the social media. Dudes Like Us, I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Joe.
And I am always on the social media, the
You are.
Instagram stuff. I mean, I'm constantly liking, I'm constantly poking people, reacting to things, and I don't know how you guys are doing it. I don't know if you're jumping on there.
I'm not at all, actually. I need to.
I'm not at all either, other than posting videos.
So I'm.
But I did see the comments about Bonnie Blue is not even American. You Americans are all the same. She's British.
Okay, you can claim that whore.
Yeah. That's
Whoa!
Well, she is.
Well, she fucked 1,000 guys in a day. What would you call her?
Used?
Insecure.
Probably, yes. Probably, yes.
Okay.
Lacked a good father figure.
Maybe. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
What
Can
she's
you
doing
imagine
is-
that? Yeah, there's no tightening that up. I mean, those struts are bent.
She's a vaginoplasty.
Lord.
Or labiaplasty.
Okay, let's start with the plastic cup. Oh, gross.
It's like a blue whale. Just.
Blue way.
Jesus Christ.
I know. What are you guys doing with this? All right, come
Well,
on.
we were talking about something
Yeah, let's
right
focus.
before we go down.
We were talking about
Then-
Trump.
Then we got into vaginas.
Do you know what wow. I do want to say one thing that's interesting that Trump's doing. This board of peace. Have you heard about this?
No. Is it
So-
like a board? Like a whiteboard?
He is forming, guys, get this. This is very interesting. He is forming a board of peace. Are you listening, Jeff?
I am.
And the point of this is to not circumvent, but to be a competitor of the United Nations. He's forming this board to hey, we want peace in Gaza, so all these countries are piling on board to be a board part of this board of peace, but he's wanting to make this the competitor of the UN.
A new international body led by Trump to oversee Gaza's reconstruction of governance, but its charter suggests broader global ambitions.
Yep.
Offering permanent seats for the countries willing to pay $1 billion in cash for rebuilding funds.
$1 million.
While initially focused on Gaza's post-conflict phase, including the demilitarization and the technocratic administration, the board aims to be prestigious new platform for international affairs, potentially challenging existing structures like the UN, with members like Hungary and Vietnam accepting invitations.
Isn't that crazy?
Lee Greenwood will be on it in a week.
He's literally trying to create an alternative to the UN because the UN is done.
Oh, it's corrupt as hell.
It is worthless.
And Mike Lindell, he'll be on it.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, what countries have signed on so far?
A whole bunch. Look it up. Look it up, Chuck.
I haven't heard of this before.
I know. This is all brand new, dude.
So, the
the last
UN
week.
has that big building in New York City. Does that mean, what do we call it? The BP? Are they going to have a building as well?
Well, I mean, the
They'll
UN
probably kick the UN out.
The UN may get dissolved. I mean, look, if everyone's pulling out of it, look, if the United States pulls
they're not
out,
pulling out of it. They're simply getting on board with this board of peace. We'll see where it goes, though.
but
keep
the
going.
United States can pull out though, because look, the UN is a corrupt bunch of butt nuggets.
It's crazy.
Just the amount of money. Look, the what the UN did during the crises of COVID was criminal.
Yes, agreed.
With working with the World Health Organization and the CDC and just the whole line of communication and how they manipulated the system
And
how some bitch came. It was a
About the
Klaus-
water?
Yeah, the water.
About
It was
the
a
water.
Klaus Straub. What's his name? Klaus.
Close. Close.
Sorry, I had a seizure.
Look, he fell out of the limelight. Someone pounced on him
Schwab.
for corruption.
Well, Schwab,
Klaus
It is Schwab.
Close.
Someone pounced on him for corruption, and what happened? He bounced out of the limelight. Nothing ever, no repercussions, no
Yeah,
consequences.
and it was really kind of just all hush hush.
It's a
swept under
common
the rug.
denominator with every god blessed thing that happens with these representatives.
Well, what I'm
sick of it.
curious, you say Trump's going to Davos, right? Well, that's where Schwab and all that bullshit happens.
Oh yeah,
so
those are
I'm-
the elite of the elite.
This is where the water comments come. That's where Schwab had his power. I'm curious to see if Trump goes in there and just wrecks everything.
I think he will, dude. He's a wrecking
He's going to
ball.
go up there and just call them out.
Yeah. Miley
Well, he
Cyrus is going to be singing, "He came in like a wrecking ball." Boom. Breaking those barriers, and he will.
He is so critical of the UN. When he was talking about this board of peace, he was like, dogging the UN. Clearly, he wants this to be.
I think the UN had its place 50 years ago.
Yeah. Then for those, the North of the UN, United Nations. I was thinking North.
That's NATO.
Yeah.
NATO has its problems too, man. I'm not sure NATO is relevant anymore. I think we need to take a good look at what NATO stands for, what it's for, who's contributing to the defense fund on that whole thing.
Yeah, and the United States was picking up the tab on the majority of it, 85% of it.
Oh, probably more than that.
Yeah, fuck them.
Exactly.
and
what are we getting out of it?
The
What's
spirit
the
of the thing, the spirit of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization was to protect the neighboring countries from the domino theory of communism coming in.
I get it.
From Russia.
Yeah, from Soviet Union. I get it.
That was what it was for, and now it's not so
now
much.
Now fucking Turkey's a part of NATO. Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that going to work? So, if Turkey does something to somebody else and they attack Turkey back, are we obligated to defend Turkey?
Well, that's only
They're
if
not our
it's,
ally.
Only
by the way,
if it's Putin.
right?
Yeah.
Turkey's not our
So
ally.
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right.
You know what? No, fuck all that. I think that we would do best to pull ourselves. We don't need to be involved in the NATO. We don't need to. We only did that because we were trying to be philanthropists.
Yep.
We wanted to help out. We wanted to be a positive influence on Europe and help them throughout this
and
stuff.
support them. Yeah.
But you know what? We're spent. And we're spent. We are hosts. This is the Matrix. And the United States citizens are the ones that are picking up the tab on the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think what needs to happen is like what Trump did. I think it was his first term where he basically says, "Yeah, we're done. You guys need to step up and start paying your way."
Yes.
And if he continues down that path, and he may have already done this, as our dues are $500 million a year, then we're done. Everyone else needs to pony up, or you guys are going to be out of money.
And they are. They have stepped up. Some have significantly stepped up.
Yeah,
but
not enough.
It's in their charter. They have to spend like some percentage of their GDP
Toward defense, right?
for defense. And like none of them were. Like
Right.
two were. And now I think it's the number is growing.
I would
It's
still pull
working.
out. There's no reason for us to be in there. If we don't need to be in there, be done with it. And furthermore, with the whole NATO program and the fact that Trump is pouncing on Greenland, and most likely he's going to be discussing that. Is it tomorrow he's going to Greenland?
Yeah,
to
something
Denmark?
like that.
I think he's going to. Dude, look, I know there's controversy. And Greenland aren't they like a fascist or a communistic country?
No.
Not at all. What do you mean?
They're a protectorate of Denmark, right?
Right.
Yeah,
you
from
mean
Denmark.
Denmark? Is Denmark? You're asking if Denmark is that
Yeah,
way?
Denmark.
No,
No.
They're a monarchy, right?
they are in monarchy.
They have a king.
But, well, they do, but it's kind of like Britain, right? So they have a
It's
regular...
a figurehead.
Is it though?
What'd you say?
It's a figurehead.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
do
I
they,
think so.
But
I
do
think
they
so.
have a?
Government.
Yeah, I mean they do, of course. But look, I'm not real familiar with how Denmark is set up, but I do know that when Trump shows up, it's a no-brainer. I mean, why does Denmark even have control of Greenland?
Because it's been a colony since like the late 1700s.
yeah,
It's retarded, to be
it's
honest.
because and look, the only reason that these people are giving Trump a hard time about this is because it's Trump, and it's because look, we
Yes.
have attempted to take Greenland, or at least solicit the idea of doing it 5 times in history, at least 5 times, where we were
Oh,
going
really? Like way before Trump, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In,
Yeah,
World
it
War,
makes-
in World War II, we were the protectors of Greenland because Denmark couldn't do it because they were occupied.
Dude, okay.
and then we came up with an agreement in 1918. There was a guy from Denmark, I think his last name was Buchanan, and Buchanan was a political figure, and then they later tried him for treason. But he came up with an agreement with the United States. Yes, you could do whatever you want on our Greenland. Just protect us. Protect us from
Yeah.
what's going on.
It-
And then they later charged him for treason for doing that. And then later on, they dissolved it. I think it was Truman that dissolved it afterward.
I mean, this whole thing stinks of colonialism. I mean, come on. Really? Denmark, this tiny, teensy-beatsy little country in Europe is controlling this,
Huge.
the
land.
largest island in the world,
Bitch, please.
which is right off the coast of North America.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
we're
get
taking
the
it.
hell out of here.
We're taking it, and you know what? We're sorry. We're sorry, not sorry.
And I think what he's doing, he came, that's his strategy, right? He comes in hot, gets you all ruffled, and get you all bent out of shape, and then he like, okay.
I see us putting a base on there and
Yep.
some kind of operations to be able to mine, and that's what we're going to end up doing.
And a base to do our golden dome.
Correct. Yeah, put the
Yes.
base on there, and then have the rights to be able to mine because it's also the rare earth that we want as well.
So look at this map. All right, look at this map. What is directly on the other side? If you drew a line from the top of the United States straight across Greenland, what does it hit on the other side?
Well, the north part of Russia.
That's right. So do you see the problem that
And that's where all
Trump
their
has
bases
here?
That's where all their bases are.
Yes.
The north.
Yeah, they're all
you
up there.
You see the problem.
Yeah, they're
If-
all lined up on that.
If he wants to create a golden dome that protects the United States,
That's
he
where the oil
has-
pipeline is at too, by the way.
Correct. He has to control the Arctic. He has to have bases in Greenland, significant missile defense Golden Dome bases in Greenland. And if Denmark's going to say no, then he's going to take Greenland. Do you see the point here?
It's also China looking for Arctic domination as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah, China and Russia.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
both looking to get on there. And who's going to stop them? Denmark's not. That's going to be an all-out war. No, we need to go in now, and we need to figure it out. And that's what Trump is. He's the master of the art of the deal. We'll just,
So why are they calling Greenland an island?
It is the largest island in the world, is what I read today.
Why is that an island and Australia is not?
Island because it's a continent. Do you have any other questions at this
Well,
point?
that doesn't answer me
All right,
anything.
Mr. Geography.
well, plug that in the system. Hold on a second.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a reason because of
Is there a
the
size thing?
size, or is it on the way it's positioned on a continental plate or something like that.
Well, I guess you could argue that Africa is an island.
Exactly. I mean, what classifies it as an island?
So Greenland isn't a continent because it sits on the North American tectonic plate. Unlike Australia, which rests on its own distinct plate, and it lacks the unique flora, fauna, and distinct cultural separation that historically define continents for what they are. Being considered a massive island, politically linked to Europe, but geographically part of North America. Which definitions vary, Greenland.
So it has to do with the continental plate is why it's an island.
Well, and the other characteristics of what defines an island, which you said is segregated
fauna, plants and animals and stuff. Well, there's none really on Greenland, right?
Oh, there are. I mean, there's some. Yeah, there's the green
There's
parts.
some green.
Well,
land.
they have 55,000 people that live on the island of Greenland.
I know.
You know, and it's cold as shit. And Trump's going to give. They're proposing $700 billion.
Right.
Is what's on the table to
buy Greenland from Denmark?
Well, I don't want to. That is being presumptuous that they're going to buy it. I'm thinking that there'll be some cohabitation in it.
I think, like I said, I think it's going to be. We're going to have a base, and we're going to have some kind of operations where companies can be able to go in there and mine.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they've got tons of precious metals there, and Greenland's the home of large deposits of petroleum, rare earth minerals. United States Geological Survey estimates that Greenland waters could hold 17.5 billion barrels of offshore crude oil, 4.19 trillion cubic meters of natural gas. The island has the largest deposits of rare earth elements outside of China.
I want to live there.
I do too. Actually, I was on Zillow yesterday. Shelly and I are going to buy some property in Greenland.
I'd like to buy a small little piece of. Was that a face right there? Look to the left.
Those are each going for $3 million.
Was that a little face on the rock?
3 million each, these little tiny homes.
Yeah.
That is a little rock with a face. Is that Easter Island? Isn't that the Easter Island rock that we're looking at right
I think
there?
it's ancient. I think it's probably
but
at least 10,000 years old.
That is ancient. That's like a cave that came out of a cave.
If you look at the paint that is on both those houses behind it, it's clearly leftover paint from the house.
Well, are we sure?
This is random exploration that Chuck is doing here. Just for the record, we found this smiley face rock first on Dudes Like Us. All right, go, Jeff. What are you going to say?
I was going to say, I think it's ancient rock.
It is. It's Easter Island stuff.
Hold on. It's ancient rock.
Kind of like your iron pole.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was man-made, by the way.
You zoom in and you find a rock with a smiley face on it. What are the odds?
That's my nickname.
Oh, look at these people.
So look, I don't know what the lifestyle is. I don't know what the culture is on Greenland. Yeah, it's cold.
Looks
but,
muddy.
I mean, what is it? I mean, is it Muslim? Is it Christian? I mean, do they have malls? Do they? I mean, is it kind of like Alaska?
They just eat fish.
Look up the culture. Look up the culture of Greenland.
I mean, we don't know anything about it except hey, it's the largest freaking island on the planet. It is fucking ice.
Right.
What and how deep is the ice? I'm curious because they say there are rivers that run under the ice over the land, but under the ice, which makes it still a river.
It's still a river.
Yeah, but I read something like it has ice deposits or ice formations that are like 50 million years old.
They're Inuits.
Oh, so you go over there and you take a lighter and you melt some of that ice. It's prehistoric, which could release some sort of unknown virus, a microbe that becomes airborne and travels.
Oh my God.
But
it could release something that cures us all.
You need to read the more Sigma Force books.
Yes.
That's in there.
Oh my God.
Dang it. See, I could have written those books.
Geeks. You're supposed to look up the culture, not looking for
It is.
people.
They're Inuits.
They're Inuit.
Okay, well, and what does that mean? What?
Like Eskimos.
Like Eskimos.
And what's their religion?
See, it's right there.
They worship seals?
Come Inuit.
They're Inuits.
God.
They're not Christian.
It says it right
I know
there.
it, but you saying it like that just makes it
Well, how
dirty.
are you supposed to say it?
I don't believe they're Christians or anything like that.
The Inuit culture in Greenland. Let's see, an exciting mix of various immigrating peoples and their ability to adapt to the Arctic challenges on the world's largest island.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a land of the people without any people. Okay.
Oh, the culture of smelling of forests.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be something that
keeps going
Jeff
down.
would groan. Smell this.
I smell it.
I'd smell
Scratch
that.
and sniff.
I'd smell that. Okay.
That's funny.
Very nice.
Anyways,
All right, well, we don't know much about it, but apparently it's going to be our 51st state, so we better start being friendly.
I don't
to
think
them.
so.
I don't think it's going to be a state.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Because look, what else we got? We got Virgin Islands. You got the Marshall Islands. We own the Marshall
Guam.
Islands. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yeah. Guam.
Puerto Rico.
Guam.
Rico.
You know, and here's another thing that, you know, if we add another state, it's another opportunity for another senator and all kinds of other stuff. And from
I don't
what
think
I
it'll be a
understood,
state.
well, I don't either. But
No.
one of the other reasons they're saying it won't be a state is because the
A bunch of libs
the
up
politics, yes, the politics on Greenland are very anti-Trump.
Of course. Just
Yeah.
like Washington, D.C. They don't want Washington, D.C. to have two senators because that would totally blow up, two senators. It would blow up the dynamic of power because it's extremely liberal
From the
in
college
Washington,
electoral
DC.
vote.
Well, the biggest reason is, you know how many flags they would have to redesign and reprint?
there. Just go back to the Betsy Ross.
I mean, it would be catastrophic to those companies. I mean, adding another star.
Actually,
what are you
it'd
kidding
be
me?
good business because everyone has to buy a new
Great
one.
business, and you make them in the United States.
What a good point.
Plus, the visual is it's pretty weird. I don't know if
Yeah,
I'd
how do
go
you
for
put an extra star in there?
that. I don't know.
Put one like right in the middle of the stripes.
I don't know.
Kind of weird.
Well,
Be off centered.
all right. Anyway, no, I didn't really think they would be the 51st state. He's playing hardball to get them all wound up so that they will concede.
And at that
us
point,
doing
won't
what
you
we wanna
really get
do.
an opportunity to actually redo the whole flag? I mean, would you be able to change the stars and stripes?
I don't think you would change it.
It's happened multiple times.
Right. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, I think
Before Alaska
when we
and
added Hawaii
right?
and Alaska, they
Well-
changed the flag.
well the stars. I think it'll still be stars and stripes. I don't
And they
think
would-
I don't think you're going to move to like a
No, they would just-
Pentagon
they
or
would
something like
rearrange
that.
the stars to have another star.
yes. They could fit one in there.
Yeah, it'd be weird, kind of stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
It should be represented with the larger star since it's the largest island.
Not bigger.
And
than
then we
all.
should shrink
But not-
Hawaii.
Alaska's bigger.
Then what?
Greenland,
No, it's not.
is it?
No.
How do you know that?
Not even close.
Well, you seem pretty confident.
I am confident. Alaska is larger
I am
in square miles than
100%
Greenland.
confident you're wrong.
All right, let's do it. Research this, please, Mr. Producer.
What is bigger,
I wanna
Alaska
know-
or Greenland?
Ask Alaska or Greenland.
I don't know, but that's our new flag right there.
Greenland is significantly larger than
No,
Alaska.
because it's ice. You're
It's
counting
the
ice.
world's largest island with an area roughly 836,000 square miles, 2.17 million square
You
kilometers,
can't count the
making
ice.
it 40% bigger than Alaska's 570,000 square
You're
miles.
counting ice. You can't
No,
count
it's not
ice.
counting. It's not up.
So I'm sure there's ice in Alaska.
No, there's no ice.
It's
all
tropical.
land.
It's tropical.
It's all land.
The Mercator map projections often make Greenland seem enormous. It's
See?
actually
that's
smaller
what- that's
than
what
the
you're quoting.
contiguous United States, but still vastly larger than any single U.S. state,
Not true.
including Alaska.
That's fake. Fake news. Fake news. All right, let's move on. I think we have beat up Greenland to death.
So we believe AI in this.
Hold
in this
on,
matter.
look at that designing a 51st flag. They've got Pac-Man eating the
Eating
pellets.
two pellets.
That's so
yeah.
silly.
I would like to talk about the billionaire flight from California. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
What is that all about?
They're all leaving because
yeah.
Gavin Newsom has
The legislature.
they haven't yet. They're trying to pass a 5% wealth tax on billionaires. Basically, if
one
you're
time.
What?
One-time tax.
one time, but you can spread it out over 5 years, I believe.
Yes.
But basically, if you're worth $100 billion, you're going to have to pay $5 billion in taxes.
And apparently there's some
That's
language
bullshit.
and there's language in it that makes it considerably worse in certain situations. Like if they own stock or something like that, it ended up being like significantly more than 5%. Now here's what's interesting also, it's retroactive.
Yeah, if you lived
Retroactive to the
to January 1st.
of this year.
Yep.
So the billionaires were all getting together and they were like, what are we doing here? And a number of them said, you better get out before January 1st of this year.
Yep.
Because you're going to get taxed. And so a whole bunch of them went to Florida, Miami.
Yep.
And then they were having their parties and you know, all the billionaires are, you know, kind of in a billionaire club, and and some of them didn't move in time or didn't establish another
Residency.
Yes, residency somewhere else. And so, you know, they're still going to get dinged, but dude, they're saying it's going to be the damage is already done.
How is that legal to say you lived for a day in California, so I require 5% of your wealth? How could they do that? Can you say no? I'll just never come back to California.
That's kind of where they're going with it.
You know,
There'll probably be lawsuits. I don't know. And the thing is, it's not even. This is the danger of talking about this shit. That it's not even passed.
Oh, I know.
And the danger of it being passed was enough
to get them to move.
Get these guys to move, and it is going to be a significant hit to their tax revenue.
Oh yeah,
significant.
Yep, I read that also. The New York Stock Exchange is opening a division down here in Dallas. New York Stock Exchange, Dallas. It's going to handle a lot of the electronic, automatic type shit.
Okay.
But what it's going to do, it's going to give these large corporations an opportunity to move to Texas out of New York.
Nice.
So,
and that's going to be a hit, sales tax hit, or
where are they going to land these guys? Where do they get
Dallas?
Dallas, like the Dallas County.
They're Dallas, downtown Dallas. Dallas is building a financial district down there.
They've got the room for it because, frankly, there's not a lot of people that live in Dallas.
And AT&T is leaving Dallas.
Right.
They're taking over the old EDS building
in Plano.
Nice.
They're going to move in 28.
So they're going to be.
That's like 5,000 or 6,000 people that's leaving Dallas to now work in Plano.
Damn.
So there's a lot of companies down there, restaurants and everything, that are like, what are we going to do?
Yeah. Well, they could potentially. I mean, as far as that's where they're working, but they're still going to live probably typically.
Most of the folks live up here in this region, so the commute is actually going to be shorter.
I mean, Frisco County has its own challenges too with the amusement park being built here. What is it called?
Universal Studios.
Universal Studios.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Craig Ranch with the golf. I mean, actually, Universal Studios by itself is probably. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I mean, I'm sure the park is going to be good, but I mean, the influx of visitors that are going to be coming and hitting this region it's already horrible with student drivers stickered cars everywhere. It's like it's even going to be worse.
Well, I don't think you're going to get the student drivers here. I think you're going to get a lot of folks from out of state, out of town, and out of state coming.
I hope so.
You know what the rumor is? Disney World is building in Salina.
No.
That's the rumor.
The rumor was that they were going to build in Frisco for decades, where they were going to build in Frisco. And that was a hoax.
No. I'm telling you the rumor I heard.
How'd you hear it? What would give us more context?
I don't think I can divulge that information.
Oh.
No.
I'm being serious, actually. But it's pretty damn good.
Did you see a meme?
No.
That's
it's somebody who works for the company that won the contract.
All right. Well, there you go.
So,
interesting. You heard it here first on Dudes Like Us podcast.
Well, if it happens, if it happens, it happens. But
there's a Disneyland or Disney World in Salina. Holy shit!
Well, my point is that it's going to be super concentrated up here. They had talking about the Californian excursion with the billionaire flight. There was Dana Carvey. Is that his name? Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
And
Spade.
David Spade had the interview where they're asking, what happened to the money? They had billions of dollars for the homeless folks, and David's asking, "Hey, Gavin Newsom, what happened to the money?" Oh, you don't need to know that.
So
he actually said that?
Are you talking about the SNL? The SNL guy?
Yes,
those guys.
Okay, he was on a podcast or something, sharing this information.
Those two have a podcast together.
Yeah, they just talk. They reminisce. It's doing SNL memories and sketches, current events, pop culture, stand up comedy,
okay, all right, cool.
anecdotes and stuff.
But he talked to Gavin Newsom and asked him this point blank.
That's what I heard him say, and I don't know if he was just like
bullshitting.
If he actually just said it, but what he was suggesting is that Gavin Newsom saying, you're going to pay these taxes. And we're not going to tell you. We're not going to divulge. David Spade made an analogy. It was kind of like, if you have a brother or a sibling or a relative member, and they all of a sudden went into debt, and you're like, all right, well, let me help you out. Where'd all your money go? I mean, here's how much money you make.
Right.
Where's your money going?
Oh, don't worry about it.
And it's like, and then Gavin Newsom was just like, yeah, I'm not telling you that.
Nice.
Why would, it's kind of like, well, how are we going to fix this problem if you're not even going to be transparent on where the money's going?
Because the corruption is so thick.
Yep.
And he doesn't probably even know, but he knows about some of it that he benefits from.
I don't understand. This is killing me. I don't understand, and this is with all administrations.
Right.
Why the Department of Justice, the FBI, why these people aren't going in there and knocking down doors trying to figure out what the fuck is going on? Why aren't they being more transparent on where this money's going?
Because there's so much money, and so much, so many hands in the pot that it's like so overwhelming to find out what's really happening.
Well, I think you're seeing why, because they're digging into this fraud up in Minnesota, and you see how that's gone sideways. And this is Minneapolis, right?
Right.
And that's not small. What, $17-18 billion? And they're throwing it's a mess. They're still digging into it, but you see what the press is doing. You see what the protesters are doing. If they keep doing this, it's just going to get worse.
So we've all heard about the independent journalists that went in and exposed the Leering Center and
Nick Shirley.
Yeah, Nick Shirley. Okay. So, but did you hear about Dr. Oz and the director of some sort of home something or other? Like official people went up there and visited some sites, and they got the same treatment. You get out of here! Get out of here! Fuck you! Fuck you! All that bullshit that Nick Shirley was getting, Dr. Oz got.
Doesn't he have any kind of authority to say,
we're going to fucking steamroll you motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they need to now, because he was telling a story that they basically got chased out of every establishment they went to.
Dr. Oz, in his role as the CMS administrator, I don't know what CMS administrator is.
I don't even know what that stands for.
But the CMS administrator recently visited the Minnesota with Health and Human Services Deputy Secretary Jim O'Neill for a fact-finding mission concerning fraud in state programs, particularly Medicaid, etc.
Unbelievable. And they got chased out by the same.
So what I understand from that is this is still going on then.
100%.
Because these places are still there. They're still collecting their money.
Well, it's going to take a while to unwind this.
Yeah,
it is.
Trump has stopped payments going out. In fact, they're all kind of like, we're going to stop SNAP. And there's like, fuck off. I mean,
you know what?
That's not true either.
And there's going to be collateral damage. There is going to be collateral damage. Honest people who really need the benefits are going to suffer.
Correct.
But it's a small percentage compared to what I hearing is the fraudulent shit, right?
Yeah. But
that's what you have to do. You got to rip the Band-Aid off, and you got to expose this shit. Kick over the rock, and they're going to scurry like motherfuckers.
Yeah, and they need to send them back. I mean, here's another thing that bothers me.
No, send them to jail.
Just get them out. Ilhan Omar. I mean, if she truly married her brother, as everyone jokes, I'm guilty of it too. If she truly married her brother to get citizenship, that's 100% fraud.
Yep.
And if she is fraudulently a congressman, how can she stay in there? Why isn't that a priority?
Oh, it is now.
But okay, why is it?
They're going after her. They're investigating where she's getting her money. Comer, right? What's his name? James Comer.
These are different things.
Well, you told me because she married into it.
Well, that's not true though.
But this last week, they're investigating. So that's making me go.
She's like, well, where did she? Because she came to the United States with nothing.
That's what I was saying before, and you guys all jumped on me.
I did not.
Because
all of you guys did.
No, hold on. Because that's what they said. At the time, they said she married a hedge fund manager.
I didn't know what you're saying. We didn't jump on you. We just said,
she married into it.
Well, that's was Paul.
No,
100%. It was all Paul.
Because that is what they said. That was the reason they gave. But now James Comer apparently has more information.
I saw through him.
And he's going after it.
But, I mean, that's what they said on the news, though, was that he was a hedge fund guy and he had a lot of money. But it doesn't matter. She went from rags to riches on her own. She's got over $30 million in the bank that just happened over the last X amount of time. But it's still, even excluding that portion,
Right.
how is she still a congressman if she married her brother? That's fraud.
Because it's alleged.
They haven't proved it yet.
That's correct.
They haven't disproved it, though. I mean, he is
Yeah,
her
but
brother, right?
Yeah, but you got to prove it.
You just can't make the accusation.
Correct.
You have to prove that actually happened.
Yeah, the last two guys that got kicked out of Congress, basically they had to get the indictment in hand or a conviction in hand for them to get kicked out, right? Gold Bar Bob. Right?
Oh yeah,
Remember
Gold
him?
Bar. Oh yeah, Gold Bar.
Menendez, right? And who was the Santos? George Santos.
Oh, George Santos.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they had been alleged crooks for years and years and years.
Time.
And then they finally got the goods on them with an indictment and or a conviction.
So there's a process.
and then you can move forward with
Unfortunately,
the
yes.
short of
with-
euthanizing them.
But in general, why would you think that all of these career politicians are a little hesitant to be too heavy-handed?
Because they're all crooked.
Because they all have their fucking hands in the pot.
I mean,
dude.
you have Lindsey Graham, for example. Where's he from? South Carolina?
Yeah.
South Carolina. Yeah.
Lindsey Graham. I understood, and this is hearsay, I don't know for a fact, because who the hell am I? That he just received a ton of money from Ukraine
probably
during that whole debacle.
Yeah.
You know, he was padded some money,
Yeah.
which helped influence his vote to provide Ukraine with tons, which still, we never heard any answers about Ukraine. I mean, we're just letting shit just disappear.
I know.
I know. It's never
It's
ending.
aggravating.
But my point is that, you know, it's up in the news. They're talking about it right now, Lindsey Graham and how much money he made off that deal, but nothing's going to happen. Well, I don't understand why it is that we don't hold these people accountable, yet we go after Trump tooth and nail for something his accountant did.
Because he's a threat.
Yeah, a $64,000 payment to Stormy Daniels, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Which is
I don't.
ridiculous.
It's just
Of
to
his
me,
own money.
I don't get it, and
if
it takes the
It's about
sting
power.
out of what the Democrats really stand for. And because look, I believe there needs to be
It's
yin
all
and
of them,
yang,
though.
but there is no yin and yang now. It's just a matter of what's right and what's wrong. And I see the Democrats, and you get people like the guy from there's a Philadelphia, the guy that had a heart attack, couldn't talk, the big tall big oof.
Fetterman?
Yeah, John Fetterman.
He had
Right.
a stroke.
You know,
He had a stroke.
whatever. Yeah, but
Daddy, I love your description of
But
him.
the thing is that he's got a solid mind right now.
He
You know,
does.
I would vote for him if you had a choice between any of the Democrats to do something. I would vote for him because he still has
He has a conscience.
He has that, but he still has the blue dog Democrat kind of mentality
Right.
where, you know, you want to provide for the community, you want to provide these extra services, which I don't subscribe to, but you know.
He's there for the right reasons. He's there to represent his constituents.
He still votes 100% Democrat.
Right.
He just vocalizes in the press what he thinks. He still votes with them,
Yeah.
but he says
Not on
things-
everything.
He's
He has crossed over on a couple of them.
a couple, but majority he
Correct.
like 98% he's voting Democrat.
Right.
On all the shit. So he says the things we want to hear, but he's still voting with them.
Lots of corruption.
That's what matters. How he votes. What he says
yeah.
is one thing. How
I
he's
know that
voting
he,
is
he
is a
has
thing.
sided with the Republicans on some big ones.
I think he's kind of the new Manchin, right?
Yeah. I agree.
Where he because Manchin voted Democrat as well, but there were a couple things that he disagreed with him on, and he voted for with us. Like I think at the filibuster at the time, right? Was that one of
abandoning
them?
the filibuster, statehood for D.C., you know, some of those things.
Yes,
that
a
were
couple of
just,
those things, and I think
beyond the pale.
I think Fetterman is the new Manchin.
Right.
Yeah.
Now there used to
He
be
and
there used to be,
Kristen Sinema.
well,
yeah.
those two are gone.
Yeah, I
So
know.
Fetterman is just one. I don't know if there's another Dem out there that is kind of like that, but I bet they try to chase his ass out of there.
They'll probably primary him this.
I
Yep.
guarantee.
We'll see.
So Sinema and
Mansion.
Manchin, you said beyond the pale, right? Like
Right.
tinkering. They knew that if you pack the Supreme Court,
right?
If you give DC statehood, it would create an, I'll say unfair, but it would create a total shift in the balance of power,
right?
Which would be unprecedented and totally malicious.
Yes.
They knew that, and they wouldn't let it happen. And that was amazing. That was amazing what they.
Oh, they got a lot of shit.
Well, they had to immediately. They were gone.
Well, you remember Cinema? She got followed into the bathroom.
Oh yeah. Oh, and now
shit.
she just had an event where she got tied in some being accused of having an affair on her husband, and two different men shouted out in the middle of her press conference, I'm her lover, and they had to be like,
Really?
oh yeah, it's ridiculous. They're still going after
She's
her.
not even in the politics
I know,
anymore.
but she's still evil to them.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever forgive her because.
Whatever.
But here's the problem: if they get the majority back,
He may.
they're going to do all those
They'll
things.
do it, yeah.
They're going to get rid of the filibuster.
Yeah.
They're going to push for DC, and they're going to.
Do you think we should get rid of the filibuster?
I mean, Trump is wanting to do these things simply because he knows that if we don't do it first, they will.
I think okay,
And I hate that whole thing. I
you
hate
got to
it.
start with the talking filibuster. If you're going to filibuster, you have to talk. They can't just
Correct.
say I filibuster and then we go, oh, we can't do anything.
Then I go back to my office.
Yeah,
I thought they do. That's the whole
No.
marathon
Not anymore.
talking
Not
thing.
anymore.
not anymore.
Oh, they
Changed.
They waived
in,
that.
That
Yep.
changed in Obama or somewhere.
They don't have to stand there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I now that you mentioned Obama, I'm going to go back a couple subjects. You could blame Obama for what's happening in Minnesota. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Obama is
He's
the
the one that
guy
brought over all
that
the Somalis.
transplanted Somalia into Minnesota.
Right.
Literally.
Yep.
30,000.
So he allowed all the refugees to come over unabated.
Yes.
just, hey, come on over,
Mm.
And if you dig in a little bit more about Ilhan Omar, that piece of shit that she is, she was the daughter of
A warlord.
Yeah,
he was
pretty
a
bad
warlord.
guy.
And
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I mean, look, you got to look at the history of Somalia. Somalia is
A mess.
it's a third. It's not even a country. It's just a cesspool of shit that happens there. A bunch of tribal nonsense and
Warlords.
Yeah, it's insane. And her family basically the citizens took over, or another warlord kicked him out.
Right.
I think it was the citizens, not another warlord.
Right.
And she had to escape. That was the reason why she's in the United States.
Correct.
It's
Right.
because she escaped because her family
'cause
was pieces of shit, and they were murdering.
meaning they were chased out by the citizens of
Yes.
Somalia.
Well, she had to escape so
Yes.
they didn't kill her.
Right.
They were going to
Probably.
kill her. They were killing Christians. And why
They're
isn't
still
that on the
they're
news?
still doing that
Yeah, but
over in
specifically
Nigeria.
her family. But they're just like, why isn't that brought up? Why don't we talk about those things?
Well, she's playing it as, it was civil unrest, and, I had a fear for my life, and I got chased away, but she didn't say anything about
No.
her being the evil one that was chased
No.
out.
Yeah, she was no innocent bystander in all this.
Unbelievable.
Her
And they call
family.
her the Somalian princess.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, well,
Whatever.
you know what? She can be the Somalian princess.
Yes.
Let's send her freaking ass back.
It's a mess, man.
I don't know. I'm a
And
little
she's-
bitter over it. And
She's so vile,
the
too.
more and more I learn about it, the more and more I want to know more about it. I want to know. That's why I want to be more involved in some of the local politics that we got going on.
Did you
know.
vote today?
I did not.
I did.
I did not.
Did you
Traveled
vote?
all day today.
This isn't the only day, though, right?
Right,
This
right,
is-
right. So we got all of this.
It was
week.
the only day?
It's the only day.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
No, we can
No,
go.
it's open till when?
I don't
the
know.
end of the month. We got all of this week.
Okay.
We got Monday and Tuesday of next week, and then we got next Saturday is the actual election.
It'll take you actually 3 minutes to do it.
If
I know,
that.
but I'll wait
That's
until
the
very
only
last
thing
day.
on the ballot.
I'll
You're
wait
talking
till-
about voting, right?
Yes.
I'll wait till the very last day and then lament that I didn't have time. I didn't have time.
Yeah.
You said so. There's what you vote for Ann Anderson.
Ann Anderson or Mike Peelan.
Mark
Peelan.
Mark P.
Mark
That's it.
Peelan.
That's the
Mark
only thing on there. And they have Sharpies now.
So I had a friend who is really connected to all the notifications about the Collin County Republican. No, it's not. I don't think it's a good one.
Look at my glass. Tier 1.
I don't know what's
I
happening.
mean,
Hang
you're
on.
on a Facebook group.
Can you guys stop having your seizures and let me talk for a second? No, he gets all the what the Collin County Republican Party, like their endorsements and their recommendations and all that kind of shit.
Right.
And they endorsed Mark Peeland. And I'm like,
Correct.
And I responded to him and I was like, you know what? I mean, what I saw of Mark Peeland when he was debating John Keating, it was ugly.
Yeah,
And he has some seriously
didn't seem
ugly.
like a good person.
He has some seriously ugly history
Yeah, he had to step down.
with the city as a fire chief.
Right.
And I'm worried that his motivation is purely vengeance. It's not about representing the citizens of Frisco. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know, right?
But you could speculate, and you have every right to.
After seeing,
I have the same sense.
After seeing that forum of the two of them going back and forth, and neither one of them were pretty, by the way, Keating and Palin. They were both looked like they were both. Ugh. Anyway, but I'm just like, dude, he's got a different motivation going on.
How did he look when he debated Ann?
I didn't see it. I caught the very end of the live broadcast of the live
Well,
prod.
that's what the
He's
rewind
got
buttons for, man.
He's got a booming voice, so and I mentioned this just because it's just like when Ann was talking, her voice was muddled. And I don't know if that was by design, but I'll tell you what, it didn't look good at all because you could barely hear her. He was able to enunciate, and the one of the guys that was talking on the mic, introducing people and asking the questions,
like the moderator.
Yeah, the moderator was like, his voice was booming, and you could hear it. It was very clear, and he was like, "And you know what? We can't. We were just notified that your voice is not being heard very well right now. So I'm going to give you my microphone." His microphone sounded pristine, like you can hear it. He hands it to her, and then all of a sudden, you can't hear her. It changes.
Wow.
So it's like the sound guys like
somebody's tinkering with it.
I'm not saying that happened because I'm not there. I don't know, but I do know that it was different.
Did you watch the whole thing?
When Chuck sent the link, I immediately logged on.
So, I mean, did you get some of Palin's? Apparently, she criticized him, and I wondered how that went.
Well, I mean, she criticized him.
He has all his walls up and all his defenses for all that stuff, right? So
he's ready to roll. He's polished.
Yes,
yeah, I don't think he's that polished because he totally fucked up. I mean, because she mentioned because he tried throwing her under the bus by saying, "Well, you know what? We're glad we dodged the AT&T thing, and it was going to come to the Frisco, but ended up going to Plano." And he came back and was kind of like, "Well, you know what? We need to take advantage of these things now because now Plano's going to take advantage of that." And she was just like, "Yeah, but you know what? There was this other thing that happened, and we didn't do that. And instead of getting that, we got the Star, and we got the Dallas Cowboy Center,
Nebraska Furniture Mart,
and Nebraska Furniture Mart, and we got all these positive things that happened here, And just because we're missing on this AT&T, we already have the soccer stadium, we already have all these things going on. You can't just dismiss it thinking that you got that crystal ball." And she was, what else did he say? Shoot. I'm brain farting on that, but he basically kind of called her out, and then she said, "Oh yeah," and then also there's this other thing that's happening, and I don't remember what it was, but there was something in the pipeline to take a look at, and It was a big deal, whatever it was. And then he's kind of like, "How do you know that? Because that is privileged information."
Accusing her of being
she's got the inside scoop, got some Nancy Pelosi-isms going on.
I'd be like, "Well, how do you know, Mark?"
Yeah, well, he's on that board for whatever reason. He's on that board. How do you know that?
No, he's not on that board.
So how
the EDC? Okay, so he's like the EDC sessions are closed meetings. How do you know what's on the EDC agenda? Go ahead and tell the rest of the story.
Well, and then she was just like, well, because they had a hearing today where they spoke of the results of the meeting, and I was there because I go to all those meetings. You don't show up to those. I do. Bitch.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
That was
mic drop.
That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's look, she was solid. I mean, I don't. I mean, you don't like to introduce when you have these city seats available. You don't really want to go right or left. You really want to just address topics because you can't have influence from a Republican Democrat standpoint. I mean, you can, but it's not because we're so diverse. You're better off not doing that. So you just hit the topics.
Well, the local Republican, boards and commissions or whatever, they'll invite all sorts of candidates.
Yeah.
And then they'll decide who they're going to give an endorsement to, right? And it doesn't really matter. You could be, if you don't appeal to their board, then you're not going to get their endorsement.
Yeah, it's not the end-all be-all, but it carries a lot of weight for people who are
carries a lot of weight, but
uninformed.
also,
if you're an uninformed voter and you're just like, who's the right one to go with? Oh, well, you want to go with the conservative Collin County Republican.
Correct.
They're the ones that always tell you who the good ones are, and they have the same values you do.
Those matter more in primaries and actual elections for county and state seats than they do for local elections, because local elections, half the people that are showing up are Democrat.
Well, I have to tell you, get out and vote, because this one, you will matter in this vote.
You will matter.
Because the count's going to be low.
Yeah. It'll be
really
less
low.
than 10%.
Oh, right.
Really low. So get out and vote. But as I drive around all day, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, I see a lot more Peeling signs than I do signs. He has good ground game.
Mark had a lot of funding, okay? A lot of funding because he's been in this game a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Right.
he has a
ran
lot
for
of
mayor
budget.
and lost. He ran for city council and lost.
He has a lot, but he has a lot of friends, and they've I saw the campaign finance reports. They have a lot of funding to go buy signs with, and Ann does not.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go down streets and I'll see the whole street lined with his signs.
Mm.
So
He's got lots of friends in low places.
I guess. Well, yeah. So I'm hopeful, but
Bottom line, it's about the money. But I wish they had more debates going on. I really do. I'd like for us as a podcast to. I don't want to use the word expose because it sounds kind of negative, but I'd love to interview these folks that are running for a seat, regardless what side of the aisle on. I don't care. Just interview them. We don't have to poke at them from a shitty perspective. Just kind of like, hey man, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that?
The reality is they would be all softball friendly conversations.
Well, they can, or we can also challenge them.
Well, I think they'd be conversational like we did with Ann.
Right.
At the same time, you can challenge them with challenging questions. I think Ann got a couple of challenging questions, and she did well. And I think that's how you approach it. It's conversational, and you ask some tough questions if they come up, right?
Right. And you say, so why'd you marry your brother?
Yeah. Oh. I flipped back through our chats. Did you see, I sent it to you, the conversation between Josh Hawley and that hack doctor?
Yes.
About...
She refusing to answer the definition of a woman.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Can men get pregnant?
And she absolutely would not answer.
Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question is.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics. Absolutely. So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
can men get pregnant?
Many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women.
Can men get pregnant?
Again, as I'm saying,
let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. Absolutely. So can men get pregnant?
That is the easiest question to answer. No, they cannot.
I'm a little confused on your way of explaining it. I'm not sure if what your objective or goal is by asking that.
He torched her, man.
So, I want to not make this political. I want to stick to the science and facts.
Right. And he's like, oh, we're talking about science.
Yeah, we're talking.
He demolished her.
She needs to be, whatever job she currently has, she needs to be fired.
Hopefully her patients went, yeah, we need to go find another doctor.
She needs to be disbarred. Is that right? You lose your medical?
You lose your license.
No.
Not disbarred. That's lawyer.
That's lawyers.
But yeah, you lose your medical license.
Yeah, I mean, it was like
so
4 or 5 minutes of him just hammering the same question, and she couldn't say yes or no. So if she said yes, support it.
But hang on, there's a word for it or words for it. It's called performative ignorance. Okay, you get up there and you act like you just don't know. And they ask you just the most straightforward question. You're just like, you know what? That kind of depends on what your definition of is.
She wasn't claiming ignorance.
Yeah.
She was not claiming ignorance.
Performative ignorance. Okay, she's acting ignorant as a performance to her peers, so that she doesn't fall for Josh Hawley's.
She was just being creative in how to not answer the question.
Yes, performative. Like, I don't know.
I don't know where all this money went. It's what's wrong with what's going on. I mean, there's this. It's scary. You have the Supreme Court justice.
Because Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
What a
train wreck.
I don't believe it. I mean, we talked about this podcast or two ago, but it's still, I'm kind of like, we seriously have somebody that's educated in the Supreme Court that is saying that they can't elaborate on what's a man and what's a woman.
It
Do you stick to X and XY chromosomes? Do you ask that instead of man or woman?
It has made a complete mockery of the Supreme Court. Her being
Did they
there,
vote on that yet?
No, not yet. You talking about the trans?
I haven't heard any Supreme Court's
So
rulings.
Trump came out and said that he was extremely disappointed in the Supreme Court that there could be anyone advocating on the Supreme Court for men being in women's sports.
Right.
So I think he's simply taken a shot at the liberal ones.
Sure.
Right. But they have not ruled yet.
Right.
I think they released they released 3 opinions today.
Right.
But the big one coming up is the tariff opinion. That should be coming here soon.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm hoping they stick with it. Look, I know it's tough, but I mean, how long do you have to stick with it? I mean, why aren't these other countries? I don't get why these other countries won't reciprocate.
What do you mean?
Meaning that we're matching their tariffs.
Well, he's also using tariffs as a weapon, or I don't know if you call it a weapon, but he just imposed, a 10% or 25% tax on
He's using it to
England?
Coerce.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
For a
That's
coercion
okay.
tool.
Hey, it's leverage. It's leverage.
Yeah, the stock market tanked today because
Holy shit. Big
because
drop.
the international markets tanked because of these tariffs he's put on them. So,
Yeah, I think it's all going to come back. I mean, meaning that it's tanked now, but
it will.
It's going to come right back with
It
a
will.
vengeance.
Yeah, these are all temporary things that Trump does
Yep.
to make people feel pain, and then it turns right back around.
In particular, he said anybody that is supporting Denmark about the Greenland thing, right?
Greenland thing, yeah.
He's going to put tariffs on.
All right, real quick. I want to before
go.
we get to the bourbon. The Australian sharks. Who wrote that up there?
I did.
Tell me about it.
4 attacks this week in Australia.
Like eaten, bitten in half.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of them lost
Chum.
an elbow.
Jesus.
One lost part of their ear. I don't know
No.
the
Jeff
details.
wants all the details.
I know he
Was there-
does. This is
Whether it was
crazy. All right, look up the Australian
intestinal
attacks.
mesentery laying everywhere.
It's literally this week. They
I mean,
shut
so what is it?
dozens of beaches in Sydney and the East Coast after shark attacks.
I understood that there are shark attacks every day.
No, not like this. This is 4 in a week.
This is why I don't get in the ocean.
All right, here we go.
I don't, really.
Zoom on the shark rampage graphic. Here we go. Another mall.
Oh, the sun. God, this is
The sun.
Ooh. Warning, this contains scenes that may be disturbing.
some dude with a guitar.
That's exactly what we like.
There
Shark
you go.
rampage. 39-year-old surfer was attacked near Point Plomer. 11-year-old shark attacked beach going at Manly Beach. That's my beach, near North Sydney. And a 12-year-old boy was attacked by...
These sharks really like little boys.
These are
There we go.
4 shark attacks in New South Wales in 48 hours.
Are they all great white? Have
Oh,
they
this is
said?
South Wales?
That's
But that's
Australia.
Sydney.
Part of Australia.
Oh, okay. That's,
Yeah,
I
it's
was like,
by
what-
Sydney.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Man, I have no response to that because from what I understood, there are dozens of attacks all over Australia every day. So I don't know
Obviously
how
not.
this is. Well, I mean-
Obviously not if they're freaking out about this.
All right,
Right?
well, let's do it.
I did see the footage of the lady getting eaten, and you couldn't see it, but you saw the guy running. I saw him being interviewed. He was running because he thought that she was having trouble. So he flew out there. Everyone was screaming at
like
him.
a lifeguard.
No, it's just some dude.
Oh, nice.
Went out there, thought she was in trouble, and then everyone was screaming shark. I guess he didn't quite hear it. He got out there, and then he started seeing the blood, and he got her. She was alive. I think he said that it bit her arm or something like that.
He saved her life?
No, she died on the beach
Oh, fuck.
or at the hospital. Yeah, she ended up dying.
That's
You know,
too bad.
the president of our company, the company that I work for, the president.
Right.
All right.
Was attacked by a shark?
Saved a young girl being attacked by a shark.
No shit.
This happened within the last year. How amazing is that?
That is amazing.
You know,
He was in Australia?
No, this was here. So I looked up. There isn't a fixed per day because there's about
Lake
20.
Lewis, was it Lake Louisville?
Yeah. There's about no, he doesn't live here. It's in Georgia. It's in Georgia. Averaging around 20 per year overall is the average shark attacks.
Right. And these are 4 in 48 hours.
Yeah, the 4 attacks in 48 hours in New South Wales, highlighting how rare yet intense these localized spikes can be, often linked to weather and murky water attacking bull sharks as seen in the city.
Bull sharks, yeah. Bull sharks account for the majority of the attacks. Not great whites. Great whites, I think, get the notoriety because they're so big and mean and nasty and just
scary with the
chomp you in half. But yeah, the bull sharks are the cause for most of the attacks.
Well, the Jaws movie was not a bull shark.
That was a robot.
No, it was a great white shark.
Ring, ring.
And it was real.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Oh.
What are you doing?
Hey, Chris, how you doing? Oh, hey. You got what? Oh, yeah. You know what? Get one of those bottles for me. I'd love to get one of those. What is that? 13th Colony Rye?
This is a Sean Way.
My God.
Wow, that's a Sean segue.
It's a Sean Way.
Wow, a Sean Way.
A Sean Way?
Yes.
A Sean Way. We just had a Sean Way, ladies and gentlemen, which is like...
It could have been the worst Sean Way.
Yeah,
all right,
like,
look, first of all,
totally off topic.
Shout out to, first of all, Chris, the guy that I work with. So he's a common whiskey guy. His tastes are about the same as ours. There are some that he doesn't appreciate that we do, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's got their own palate. But he and I will call each other if there is something extraordinary, and this is one of the bottles. So I wanted to give it a shout out to Chris. Thank you for taking up this bottle. This is the 13th Colony
It's MGP.
Cask Strength Southern Rye Whiskey.
Was that said with disdain?
Well, that's what.
Did you just hear him?
Does it say MGP?
Did you hear?
Is it really?
Distillate source, Indiana. So yes, MGP.
Jeff's like,
Well,
you're,
MGP.
you're like, he allocation, and he called me, and it's MGP. Like, bitch.
Doesn't mean it's not good.
It's bitch.
Oh, this is wonderful. We did the Wyoming whiskey the first half, which was good. I scored it pretty high. This one's even better.
Yeah, this is good. I know. I told you out there in the green room.
It's MGP.
It's MGP.
Hold on a second. He's like,
Bitch, please. Get the fuck out of here.
that's another story. Every time he goes shopping,
He has numb fingers.
he has to throw shit down there. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, yeah, look at that. That's kind of cool. That's actually kind of nice. Yeah.
He almost spilled the nectar.
Isn't that your really expensive glasses?
Oh, hell no. These are readers.
Oh.
So
Okay.
when I was out there and tasting, I still get a taste. I get a taste of molasses.
Whose ass?
Moles. Paul doesn't like it.
Well, no. Yeah, I did. And I drank it so fast that I didn't take the time to, like, put the
No,
nose
this is
or the-
this is a technique by Paul.
No, really. Am I the second pourer? No. That would be Sean. And yes, I'll take
Oh God, that's like 3 ounces.
3 ounces. Guys.
I still have mine.
Whatever. Look the one time.
No, this is really, really good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. Is excellent. You know, and it's
Yeah.
crazy
I
because
sucked it down without thinking about it. Oh, I'm gonna do. Go ahead. I'm gonna do the
I've had a
nose
girlfriend
and the
like that.
finish.
so about 4 years ago when we did the podcast, starting this is our 7th year. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
7th season.
Seventh
Holy
season.
Shit. So when we first started out, we would not have liked this.
No,
We would have been like, "Ooh, it's too stringent. Just puckering."
it's a rye.
This is great.
Yes.
This is fabulous. I really enjoying the shit out of this.
Yeah.
It's MGP.
I'll have to. I have to say that the first 13th colony that we got, we really enjoyed, and we can thank my wife for it because we were down in College Station. We hit the specs down there in A&M, and we were going through. And this is when we were hunting all the time, right?
Yes.
And we went in. She's like, "I like that bottle. I'm going to get that one." So she picked up the 13th colony. It was just their standard bourbon at the time, and we came up here and we really liked it. So it does have a unique bottle,
Yeah, it's like
kind of like the birthday bottle.
yeah.
All
I
right.
don't even
I'm
know how
not
to
sure. Did you
describe it.
guys read it or no? Cask
Well-
Strength, 13th Colony Distilleries, Cask Strength. This is the small batch Southern Rye whiskey. It's hand selected. The proof is 120.7. And for you mathletes out there, That is 60.35 alcohol content. All right, let's see. It's from 2025.
Well
it's
done.
got some really small lettering that there's no hope for.
It offers a rich profile of caramel, brown sugar, and vanilla on the nose with deep spice notes of clove, nutmeg, and hazelnut, evolving into toasted grains, praline, and coffee. The palate features warm rye spice, pepper toasted, bread maple, and vanilla cookies, leading to a finish. This is the part I like the most. Leading to a finish of velvety rye oils. I've never heard that description.
Velvety
Rye oils, root beer, which I totally taste, and Dr. Pepper, dried fruits like dates or raisins, showcasing a well-integrated balance of yet bold rye experience. I think it nailed it.
This is really good.
Like I said, I still taste molasses, and I think that fits some of these tasting points in there. The pecan
Every
pies
single one of them.
and
Yep.
maple
I
syrup.
agree.
Yeah, the syrups, the molasses, the whatever else you want to call that flavor. Brown sugar.
This
It's
is
all in there, man.
Really, really good.
I would definitely buy this again.
So the mash bill is 95% rye and 5% malted barley.
Damn. What is the price point?
90. I've set up there.
It's $100.
$100.
Yeah.
This one's worth it. It's worth it.
It was well done.
Well done.
Well done, 13th Colony.
Yeah, what's the story behind the 13th colony?
They're from Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah,
Okay.
Georgia.
Georgia, America?
No, yes, no. Over by Russia, making bourbon.
It's MGP.
Yes.
Yes, of course. I knew it wasn't Georgia, Russia. What is Georgia, Russia like?
Probably sucks, but I have no idea. Actually, there is a class at Total Wine that I almost went to for Georgian wine.
Really?
Yes, so I guess they have some wines that come out of Georgia.
So the 13th Colony Distillers was founded in Americus, Georgia.
Oh, America.
By friends who started making spirits as holiday gifts, becoming the state's first legal distillery since Prohibition in 2009.
We could have done this. We could have done this.
Named for Georgia
I had the idea. You
being
guys
the
shot it down.
13th colony, because Georgia was the 13th colony. And they utilize ideal local humidity temperatures for aging and produce a small batch award-winning spirits. Blending barrels to achieve unique flavors through the whiskey production involves sourcing, distillate, in which they finish and blend. By the way, they just said, is it MGP then?
It's MGP. Well, they
so
source
why are they
it.
saying they involves? Oh, there you go. I just said it.
Sourcing, distill it, right? And they blend it and age it a little bit more.
This is why we drink this stuff, so that we learn things about history. I just found out that Georgia is the 13th colony
I know.
of the United States.
I will always Cliff Clavin
I will
that.
never forget that.
Who's
now.
the 14th?
Yes,
There is no 14th.
it's Alaska. It's Greenland.
I think it's Puerto Rico.
It's Greenland. Greenland or Washington, D.C.
It was the Falkland Islands.
It's either Alaska or Puerto Rico or Greenland. One of those.
Costa
As the
Rica.
14th.
That's the 14th.
That's 14th colony.
I could have sworn it was California.
I say we start a bourbon company called the 14th colony, bitch.
Yeah.
What is it really?
It's the 13th state. There
was no colonies.
There's
after
no.
that.
There's no more than 13 colonies.
Well,
Because after the colonies were established, they
I know,
came
but
up.
what was the 14th addition to the Union?
Yes.
It was a state.
I know. What was it?
It was they divided the Carolinas in half.
Or was it the Virginias in half?
The what?
So you have Virginia, you have West Virginia.
I thought you said something else.
Fuck. I don't know.
Did you hear they're going to call Greenland East Virginia?
Yes.
Really, what was the order of? Okay, we don't have to dive into this now, but I would like to
Vermont
know.
was the 14th state.
Thank you.
That was my next guess.
God, why was that so difficult?
Because we suck.
Whoa.
We sounded very confident, though.
Did we?
He sounded very confident about the Carolinas.
Yeah.
I assumed it was.
Oh, they split Florida.
Back in the early 17th century, the North Carolina, South Carolina split up there,
Yes.
Now, in March 4th, 1791, March 4th, Vermont joined the Union, being an independent republic.
So real quick before we end it, let's talk about did we talk about the college football game? I think we briefly did, but I don't think we ever touched on it.
I didn't watch it, so I didn't have much
I
to
watched
say.
it.
I watched the whole thing.
I watched it,
And I'm a
and
football fan, baby.
I think the Cowboys should hire Kurt Signetti.
Dude, unbelievable story.
He's like a savant or something.
Who's
Gotta
this?
be.
Is this the
head
quarterback?
coach?
The coach.
No, the
Indiana
head
coach.
So, okay, just to set this up, they're in the Big Ten.
Yep.
Indiana has sucked forever.
Forever.
And then up until last year they had a great record. This year they fucking won the national championship.
Went undefeated.
Before last year, they were 3-9 and
Well, put it this way: they've had, I think, 26 coaches. He's coached for 2 years, and he is the 8th highest winningest coach at Indiana already.
Right.
In 2 years.
And he put together a team. Now, yes, he used NIL money. Yes, he used the transfer portal.
A lot of them came from James Madison.
Okay, interesting. And
A lot of them
they
followed
freaking
him.
made the playoffs, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of them came
And
from
so
James
what's
Madison.
really interesting is they claim there are people that the haters, right? They're like, oh, well, anybody can use NIL money and build the dream team. He didn't. He used NIL money that was totally on par with like the rest of the teams of their caliber.
Right.
So he used NIL money. They all do. And he used the transfer portal. But I'll be damned if he personally with his staff, put together the team that went from nothing to zero to
Right.
freaking national champions.
Right.
Unbelievable. It's an unbelievable story.
Yeah, Andrea is from Indiana, so I don't whether this is true or not. I don't know, but she has some folks who are involved, or knows some folks who are involved in the
MGP.
in MGP in the Indiana University, and he says that for every day for lunch he gets Chipotle, the exact same thing every day
The coach?
for like years.
What's wrong with Chipotle? I love Chipotle.
But the exact same thing every day for like 10 years.
I would do that.
When I go to Chipotle, I get the exact same thing every time. Do
Every
I go
day.
every day? No.
Every
But
day.
does he have like a special? Did he win like
They're like, he realized.
have a free lunch every day?
I guess they were interviewing because his assistant coach goes and orders, and I guess he has so many Chipotle points, and
There you go.
and they didn't realize.
They
it.
just say, "Give me the Signetti."
Yeah, they probably see him coming. They just have it ready
Gross.
for him.
I love Chipotle. You guys like Chipotle? Because my coworkers,
I
oh
like.
my god, it's like the leftover chicken, the dark chicken bullshit.
Now, there's something bad about Chipotle. I don't recall what it was.
Oh, my God.
No, there was.
you a hater?
There used to be.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was though.
They were caught using like highly modified beef or chicken or something like that. Now they've gone to all organic shit.
I'm out.
Stuff
I think
like
it's
that. I like it.
I think it's good stuff.
It's all natural. It's healthy.
Yeah.
And if I had 1,000,000 points, I would eat it every day, and it would be the same thing every day.
Be the Signetti.
It'd be
Man, and I'm with. Look, I'm a very simple creature. I would eat everything the same every day. It didn't matter to me.
Yeah.
If it would help reduce my circumference, God bless. I haven't eaten today.
haven't eaten today.
I haven't eaten today.
I don't think that's healthy.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Humans were designed for that.
We can debate that.
Put a bunch of bourbon on top of that.
I'm gonna go to bed early. I gotta go to the office tomorrow. We get someone buying us lunch tomorrow. I have no idea what it is.
Jason's Jelly.
Maybe Chipotle.
It's probably gonna be fajitas.
From Chipotle.
Nice.
There is a Mexican restaurant right next to us, La Hacienda.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
good
so
stuff.
they always kind of
That's
whatever's
expensive.
close here.
Yeah.
I actually am working from home. I'm looking forward to tomorrow
Nice.
because I have furniture being delivered.
Well, maybe I'll come visit you.
No, I'm busy.
Oh, well, thank you. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We got
And
Dudes Like Us
YouTube.
podcast and YouTube.
YouTube videos.
Yep. And soon we have an account. It's on TikTok, but
We'll
I
get
have
there.
to log on to it and actually do something. You know what? I'll do
Maybe
that.
I'll be the TikTok guy. You be the Instagram guy. I'll be the TikTok guy.
All right. Well, you got to do it. You got to be careful too.
I'm in.
You can get sucked in.
Steal my shit.
Dudes Like Us. Thank you, Chuck, for staying on top of shit. As I said, check us out on Dudes Like Us podcast on Instagram, TikTok, or
coming soon.
Facebook.
To
God bless.
a theater near you.
I think the second drink kind of put me in.
Yeah, me too.
I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
MGP.